The evolution of humor and cancel culture.
I swear, Sarah, walking on stage these days feels less like a comedy gig and more like diffusing a bomb, blindfolded, while riding a unicycle.
Oh, please. You crushed it tonight, Jack. You're just being dramatic because that one guy in the front row didn't laugh at your barista joke.
It wasn't just one guy. It was a whole table. They gave me this collective glare of profound disappointment. Like I hadn't just told a joke, but personally insulted their ancestors. I mean, since when is oat milk a protected class?
It's not the oat milk, Jack. It's the framing. You didn't just mock the milk, you mocked the socioeconomic anxiety of millennials clinging to dairy alternatives as a last vestige of control in a chaotic world.
Wow. See, this is why I drink with a media analyst. You make my stupid jokes sound like a thesis at Oxford. But seriously, the boundaries have shifted so drastically. 10 years ago, that joke would have killed. Now, I'm walking on eggshells. Actually, scratch that. I'm walking on vegan egg substitutes.
Well, yeah, the paradigm has shifted. But let's be honest, a lot of what comedians call walking on eggshells is just the audience finally having a microphone of their own. Back in the day, a comic could say something incredibly offensive, and the audience just had to sit there and take it.
But that's the gig. We're the jesters. We're supposed to poke the bear. If comedy doesn't cross the line occasionally, it's just, what, a TED Talk with a 2-drink minimum?
Right, but where is the line? And more importantly, who drew it? For decades, mainstream comedy was dominated by guys who looked exactly like you, Jack. White, straight, comfortably middle class. The line was drawn to protect your comfort, while casually throwing everyone else under the bus.
Okay, ouch. Fair point, but ouch. I mean, I get it. The whole punching down concept. You don't mock the marginalized, you punch up. You mock the billionaires, the politicians, the guys who own a yacht for their smaller yacht.
Exactly. Punching up is brilliant. It's cathartic. When you punch down, you're not a comedian. You're just a bully with good timing.
But sometimes, Sarah, a joke is just a joke. Like, I have this bit about short people. I can't do it anymore. Apparently, it's heightist. I'm 5'8" on a good day, with thick socks. I am the short people. I'm punching myself in the face.
Okay, the height bit is actually funny. Self-deprecation is always a safe bet. But you have to admit, the internet has completely changed the stakes. A bad joke doesn't just die in the room anymore.
Oh, I know. It gets filmed on a smuggled iPhone, uploaded to Twitter, stripped of all context, and suddenly I'm trending next to a war criminal. Cancel culture is it's like a mandatory software update that nobody asked for, and it keeps crashing your career.
See, I hate the term cancel culture. I really do. It's such a buzzword used by people who just don't want to face consequences. Honestly, I think 90% of the time, it's just accountability culture.
Accountability? Sarah, they tried to cancel a guy last week for a tweet he made in 2012 about liking pineapple on pizza. I mean, I hate pineapple on pizza. It's a culinary abomination. But does the guy deserve to lose his Netflix special over it?
You're exaggerating. Nobody gets canceled over pizza. But when someone with a massive platform uses it to spread actual bigotry, yeah, the public has the right to say, hey, we're not buying tickets to your show anymore. That's not an angry mob, Jack. That's the free market. Consumers voting with their wallets.
Sure, the free market of outrage. Look, I'm all for evolving. I really am. I look back at some of the stuff my comedy heroes did in the 90s, and I cringe. It aged like milk. Regular milk, not oat milk.
See? Progress.
But comedy is about taking risks. You have to go to the edge of the cliff to see where the drop is. If I have to run every premise through a committee of HR professionals in my head before I speak, the joke dies. The spontaneity is gone. It becomes completely sanitized corporate speak.
I get that, I do. But maybe the constraint actually breeds better creativity. Think about it. If you can't rely on the cheap, lazy stereotypes anymore, you actually have to work harder to write a genuinely smart joke.
Oh, great. So now I have to be smart. That wasn't in the job description. I just wanted to hold a microphone, drink a free beer, and complain about my dating life.
Well, your dating life is an absolute tragedy, so there's plenty of material there. No one's going to cancel you for being utterly inept at romance.
Wow, the brutality. You know, I could report you to the internet police for that. You're punching down. I'm emotionally fragile.
Oh, shut up. You know what I mean. The truly great comedians right now, the ones selling out arenas, they aren't whining about being canceled on podcasts. They're navigating the cultural shift. They're surfing the wave instead of complaining that the water is wet.
Surfing the wave. Kinda hard to surf when the audience is actively trying to pull you under by your ankles. But, yeah, I hear you. You can't fight the audience. The audience is the ocean.
Exactly. And the ocean doesn't care if you think your joke was a masterpiece. You have to read the room. And the room is now a global, hyper-connected, hypersensitive digital network.
Hypersensitive is the word. Like, I did a bit about adopting my dog. I said he was a bit stupid because he barks at his own shadow. Someone actually came up to me after the show and said I was being ableist against a golden retriever. A dog, Sarah. A dog that voluntarily eats its own vomit.
Okay, that is ridiculous. I'll give you that one. There are definitely people who just performative outrage for clout. They just want to be the one who spotted the problematic thing first. It's an economy of virtue signaling.
Yes, virtue signaling. It's like a competitive Olympic sport now. Who can be the most offended, the fastest? They get a gold medal made of retweets.
But you have to separate those fringe cases from the genuine cultural corrections. Like the Me Too movement. That wasn't virtue signaling. That was a long overdue reckoning in your industry.
Absolutely. No argument there. The clubs used to be completely toxic behind the scenes. The fact that the predators got cleared out, that's the best thing that ever happened to comedy. It made room for actual talent instead of just gatekeepers.
See? You're not a dinosaur yet, Jack. You have nuance.
Hey, my jokes are free-range, organic, and locally sourced. I'm practically a hipster farmer of comedy. But honestly, the anxiety is real. You're constantly wondering, is this the joke that ends it all? Will this be the punchline that forces me to do an apology tour?
Oh God, the apology tour. The Notes app screenshot on Instagram.
Exactly. I am listening and learning. I take full accountability for my anti-oat milk remarks. And then I have to sit on a couch in a grey sweater with no makeup on, looking deeply sorrowful on YouTube.
Don't forget the heavy sigh at the beginning of the video. You have to sigh to show personal growth.
I didn't realize the harm my words caused. It's so formulaic. The apology has become a genre of comedy in itself.
Because it's a PR strategy, not a genuine reflection. That's why people don't buy it anymore. I think intent matters more than people say. If your intent is clearly joyful, if you're laughing with the absurdity of life rather than pointing a finger and sneering, the audience feels that. They're not stupid.
Intent, yeah. But the internet strips intent. Text has no tone. A 10-second clip on TikTok has no context. That's the scary part. You don't own your joke anymore once it leaves your mouth. It belongs to the algorithm.
Which is exactly why you have to be sharper. You can't rely on ambiguity anymore. A joke has to be like a well-engineered bridge. It has to hold up under pressure from all sides, from every demographic.
A well-engineered bridge. Sarah, I failed high school math. I'm not an engineer, I'm a clown. I just want to talk about how weird pigeons look when they walk.
Well, pigeons are a relatively safe topic. Unless there's a secret society of pigeon rights activists I don't know about.
Don't jinx it. Tomorrow I'll wake up and Jack hates urban birds will be trending #1. I'll be blacklisted by the Audubon Society.
You'll survive. But I wouldn't trade your job for anything. It's fascinating watching you guys try to figure out the new rules in real time.
It's a madhouse. But, yeah, I wouldn't trade it either. The challenge is actually kind of fun. It keeps you on your toes. You can't be a lazy comic in 2026. You either adapt or you become a podcast host complaining about how you can't say anything anymore.
That's the spirit. So, what's the new material for tomorrow night? Are we sticking with the barista analysis?
Nah, I'm dropping the barista. I'm moving on to much safer territory. I'm going to do 15 minutes on the existential dread of trying to fold a fitted sheet.
Oh, be careful. You might offend the linen industry. Big Cotton is always watching.
Bring 'em on. I'll fight 'em with a pillowcase. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm buying the next round. And I'm paying with actual cash, not crypto. So please don't cancel me for my carbon footprint.
You're buying? Wow. The stand-up business must be booming. Lead the way, Mr. Problematic.
Hey, I prefer chronically misunderstood. It sounds much more literary.